demonstrate anything that you're
Right.
talking about, if you want to,
Right.
show how a voice sounds or something.
Okay.
That would be great.
Sure.
I was even thinking of something kind of wacky and fun if you wanted to try.
Not wacky and fun.
My name is Kimberly Brooks, and I play Chief Gunnery Officer Ashley Williams. You can find me on the Citadel.
This is Cassandra Campbell, and I'm delighted to be here today at SAG-AFTRA speaking to you about audiobook narration.
My name is Townsend Coleman. I'm a voice actor, and I do network promos and animation like Michelangelo and The Tick, and also a bunch of really weird nutty stuff.
I'm E.G. Daly. I'm the voice of Tommy Pickles and Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls, and I'm here to say hi.
My name is Ben Patrick Johnson, and I am a promo and trailer announcer.
Hello, my name is Diane Pershing. I've been a voiceover actress for 50 years, and I'm proud to be so.
The dean of voiceovers was Don Lafontaine. My work may be a pale compared to his, but from the deep, dark sort of ominous, pondering stuff, to the comedies that you sell like this.
The one that I get the most fan mail for is Poison Ivy in the original television Batman series. I came up with my "Hi, Batman" voice, and I was sort of sexy, but she also had steel because she was an eco-terrorist.
Yeah, Michelangelo, he was the party dude. And, all he wanted to do was say stuff like, "That's totally bodacious, dude." And of course, there was always the obligatory, "Cowabunga!" Then a character called the Tick. He was a big blue superhero who always battled the evildoers, and beware, evildoer, you face the Tick. And of course, there was always the obligatory spoon!
All these voices that live inside of me or that come out of me are very specifically different people. Tommy Pickles is his own little guy. I'll never confuse Tommy Pickles with Buttercup because Buttercup is like this. Tommy is just sort of like this.
You make a list of who is who in your head so that you can differentiate them, so that you can make them distinct and real and know who's speaking so that the listener can know who's speaking.
It was so hard to do the shows because we were laughing so hard.
To me, there's just something really beautiful about getting to be goofy and be silly and childlike.
If you've locked into a character and you're coming through and the animation, it's all synced up, it doesn't matter what you look like.
It's just these kind of bite-sized pieces of work. And it's zen. It's like doing the dishes at home. You do them and you're finished and you move on.
Some young girls are very perky. And, there are women who are much more grounded in their kind of way of thinking. What you want to do is, get out of your head and think about the body of the character.
Generally, when you go to audition for an animated project, they show you a picture of what the character's like. And for me personally, that's almost always the first thing that clues me into what the character sounds like. Now, they'll give you a description of it, of what the character is, and then you can also pull pieces from the lines of what the character is saying to give you some clues about it.
They'll say, he's a boy, he's 8 to 9, he's a little junky, he's a little slow. So all those things sort of just make me start talking like this, and that's the slow, chunky kid.
With audiobooks, you have to stay in the story. You can't do what we call drifting, which is reading the lines but not really being focused in the material.
When you do a promo, you are really narrating for the people at home. You're talking about, look, here's this, here's this. It's very presentational, but you have to have a point of view, you have to have a position, and to a certain extent, you are a character.
Video games, I kind of have that same experience with it being a little bit more technical because you're working alone and you have to be pretty quick at interpreting the copy.
I guess the first thing you think of is the register that you're going to use. Are you going to use a very deep, are you going to go high, you're going to go childish, you're going to go up and down the scale?
I joined the union very early on, and very early on, shortly after I joined the union, realized that, wow, there's really benefit to being in this union because A, I'm getting paid more, and I was getting benefits. I was getting health insurance through it and building up a pension and pension credits over the years. And I looked at that and I thought, well, who wouldn't want to be in the union?
Actors are so disenfranchised so much of the time that to have those contributions is really important.
When a producer hires a union talent, they know they're getting someone experienced. They know they're getting someone who has a track record of showing up and doing their job in a manner that's not going to screw up the production or throw a wrench in things.
I did have to use the muscle of my union in order to recoup some residual monies that were never paid to me or some other actors as well, and the union was right there. It was totally fair and due to us, and it was so great to have that behind us because, you know, you can't argue with the facts.
You have to remember that it's a very crowded playing field, and not to get arrogant, and to be easy to work with, to be flexible, to be kind always. Don't get a big head and know that it's going to take a while.
Watch TV, listen to the radio, listen to the commercials, watch cartoons.
You have to be listening to what's out there, and you have to change with the times as much as you can, you know, and keep up with the current styles.
I would say if you really want to do it and you really believe in it as a craft, go for it. Study, take classes, and put yourself out there.